Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Party Podcast, where we give you all the hottest sports take with a little touch of lifestyle and cultural points. This your boy D Lamp.
Hey, it's your boy Melo.
It's your dog Huncho.
And it's your boy Jay-Tay, aka Batman.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, fellas? How we doing? How we doing tonight?
Man, I can't call it. I feel good. Have y'all seen any of Hard Knocks by chance? Have y'all been watching Hard Knocks?
I saw a little bit.
I watched one episode.
I'm really enjoying it.
I've been waiting. To watch because I wanted to actually watch it with Aaliyah, but I'm curious to hear her to check it out on my own. Actually, though,
Yeah,
I'll be checking it out soon.
I'm really enjoying it, man. I call me crazy. I mean, we just did the NFC leads, but man, Hard
Did
Knocks.
you watch the? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying Hard Knocks has a weird way of making you want to root for a team, just humanizing the sport. You know what I'm saying? So it's been real good. It's been real good. It's been real good.
Did you watch the Browns one a couple years ago?
Yep.
Is this one better than that one so far?
So far I think so. I think the personality of the Dallas Cowboys is the reason why it's so good. You know what I'm saying? With Zeke and CD, man. Huncho be talking about CD, man. Everybody high on CD, man. But I like him what I'm seeing from him, man. He a real stand up guy. So, and we gonna see, man. We gonna see what they bring to the table. But I would recommend anybody watching that.
Yeah, I can't take no credit, but CD Melo put me on CD.
Oh, okay, though. That was Melo doing. My bad, goat. My bad, goat.
Melo put me on CD. If you would have asked me, I would say they had a different number one receiver last year, but yeah, that's out.
Nah, bro, it still ain't. It's too early to be determined, bro. But that Cleveland season was lit. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying that
yeah,
the
that
personalities
That's-
and everything.
yeah, that's why.
I'm curious. I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, if this one is anything like that one, I'm gonna be glued to my seat.
It's good, bro.
Shoot, y'all ready to dive into something, man?
Let's get it, man.
Yeah, let's start the
Let's
show.
get it, man.
Start it off.
All right, so here on the Party Podcast, we are very familiar with the video game world, as a lot of you know, sports fans. Melo, watch out. Chill out. As a lot of you sports fans know, this is around the time where we just did the Madden ratings last week or the week before last?
Yeah, it was week before last, I believe.
All right, so
It's week, but yeah, week before.
So usually
Oh,
Madden-
wait. Before you go, what
What
episode is this? We didn't
It's 20.
say.
It's 22.
22.
22.
22.
It's 22.
Deuce.
Deuce.
I'm sorry for cutting
22.
you off. I just had to get that out there.
Nah,
We
you straight.
22
We
episodes
always
strong,
we
baby.
gotta put that out there always. I'm trying to
Is
figure out. who
am I
22 is.
tripping or is what? No, is Middleton 22?
Yeah.
It can't be no Middleton episode, even
No.
if it is.
Wait,
I lied.
we gotta. Yeah, I'm
I
about to say
think Middleton's
we gotta put. Is there another
Middleton,
one?
the title, man. Middleton, the closer on the championship team, bro. Chill out.
Hey, we gotta give him his respects, bro. That's a
Alright.
champion right there, bro.
Respect.
And he got a chip, and he got a gold medal. Chill
That
out,
is
bro.
true. All right,
I'm
respect
trying to
the
get.
Christian
We trying to
right
get a chip and a gold medal, bro.
Respect. All right.
I don't even know if he's 22, bro. He is. All right, bet. Yeah, oh, let's get it. Then.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
He is. Nah, but yeah. So like as y'all know, this is around the time that Madden 2K released their ratings, so that's a big topic in the community. So 2K just released a lot of their ratings, and I don't know if a lot of people have seen them. I don't know if y'all have all seen them, but I'll go through. I got the list pulled up. I'll go through like the top 10. But top 10 at number 1, we got LeBron James at 96 overall. 2, we got Kevin Durant, 96. 3, Steph Curry, 96. 4, Giannis at a 96. 5 is Joel Embiid at a 95. And Kawhi and Nikola Jokic also have 95s. And then Luka is at a 94, James Harden at a 94, and then Dame at a 94. And then from Dame to the next person is Jason Tatum, and that's a drop off from like 94 to 90. So, yeah, okay, Remy just pulled it up. Appreciate that, Remy. What y'all think, man? How y'all feel about this? I have a problem already, bro. Who want to go first, man?
First things first, 2K, show us some gameplay. That's what we really care about. So,
Man.
They dropped a couple. They dropped a couple screenshots. Y'all know as it goes on.
More sweat.
That's all it is. That's all it is every year.
That's
Sweat.
We
back in.
All right.
I mean,
so
I see what they're trying to do. I think Luka should be higher.
Yeah.
Harden had an injury season, so I foresee his overall changing. Dame's overall is going to change, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It really depends. It really depends on how they do. I always base it off like my player and stuff, so it's just like how they gonna do those overalls and stuff, and I just want to see how they play to their overalls because LeBron 96 is way different than KD 96, so. But I guess I'm cool with it.
It's crazy. It's
They got LeBron.
Do y'all feel like they on point though? Do y'all feel
I
like
get it.
I think Trey Young should be a 90.
KD should be the best player in the game to me.
Well, he technically is.
we muted.
Yeah, no, but I don't know.
So,
How y'all feel about it, fellas?
go ahead, Lau.
Do y'all feel like these are on point?
Oh yeah. Well, we having a few.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we having a few technical difficulties, but we gonna get back on it. We got Remy working on it.
Right.
But yeah, Huncho, I think Trey Young should definitely be a 90. We gonna let the fellas get back to it. So me and Huncho just take over for a little bit to the fellas tap back in. But,
I feel like Jason Tatum need to be like a 92, bro.
Yeah, I feel like Tatum should be higher too. Tatum should be higher too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
They got Jokic. Jokic was just MVP. He couldn't get a 96.
Facts.
He couldn't get a 96.
You would think they'll give him that respect. I feel like, yeah, I really only the biggest problem I see is Jason Tatum. But in my eyes, I feel like he should be in that top 10. No, not top 10. Dame's 10.
That's what I want to do. I just want to do something different.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
We was talking about Middleton. Middleton at 88, boy. He top 15.
Yeah, facts.
Middleton
Top
top 15.
He went from an 85 to 88. That's a big jump.
But what in 2K20 he was at 87 though.
Yeah,
They grown.
I don't even remember him being at 87 on 20.
Bruh, how they do Trey Young? How Trey Young was a 90 in 2K20, but is a 89 in 2K20?
Wait, when did Trey Young come in the league? What was his first year?
2018. 2018. Yeah, his first game was 2K19, but he was drafted 2018.
Yo.
Then he got like hurt or something.
Yo.
Yeah, I think he was hurt.
Which speaker should be the power? It should be the okay.
Shout out to the Hawks, bro.
I wish I had a. Hold on, I'm about to pull up. I got another list with some more people on it also. Like some after 15
Let's just disconnect the headphones.
is after Middleton it is Zach LaVine. He at 87.
Yeah, Zach LaVine at 87.
Sabonis is at 86. Drew
Holiday. That's kind of low. I think that's kind of
for
low.
Sabonis. Yeah.
They Sabonis a dog.
Drew Holiday at 88. Ben Simmons at 84, and then LaMelo at 84.
Did we change anything? Sorry.
LaMelo
Yeah.
pretty high for a second year.
LaMelo
player,
tough,
84,
dude.
bro.
Hey, I'm gonna make a bold prediction. But you know how they do the updates throughout the season?
Mm-hmm.
I think LaMelo gonna end up being like at least the 87.
Whoever talking.
I can
At
see
least,
it. I can see it. I can see it.
especially if he.
Yo.
Yeah, I think
Yo.
87.
Check this out though. They said the top 3-point shooters:
Yeah.
Steph Curry with a 99, Klay
99,
Thompson
yeah.
with
Did
a
it ever
95,
disconnect,
Joe
though?
Harris with a 90, Seth Curry with a 90, and Duncan Robinson with a 90.
I'm talking about the
Oh, they got
headphones.
Seth with a 90. Okay, and my dog Slim Duncan in there too.
Hold on.
My dog Slim Duncan.
Let me just.
Slim Duncan got clip.
And then the
Oh.
top dunkers.
Yeah, go
top
ahead.
dunkers: Zion 97, Zach LaVine 95, Aaron Gordon 95, Derrick Jones Jr. 94, and John Morant got a 94.
That's
People
tough.
finna be booming with Ja.
Dude, that's tough. I hope they kind of patch the
Thank you, Ricky.
dunk.
Well,
This year,
Not
that
anymore.
no trash.
Because the
Next
stats
gen,
get
it was so easy to just like dunk on people. Oh,
Wait,
no.
wait. Let this one too, Huncho. The top WNBA 2K rating.
I was just about to say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they got Brianna Stewart at number 1 with a
We did that
95.
on
They got
phone.
Asia
Turn them
Wilson
off.
at a 94. They got Jonquel Jones at a 94. They got Candace Parker, who's the cover athlete, 93. And they got Brittany Griner, 92. And I think Brittany Griner balled in the Olympics this year, so she should be a little higher. She should
Have
be
we ever seen it where it's the cover athlete isn't the best rated player on the game?
let me see.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we
technically.
have. Yeah,
I can see it.
because
Yeah,
Luka on the
yeah.
cover.
Cause-
Yeah, okay, that is true.
It's not working where
That
we're
is-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
It's definitely this one.
Y'all good, fellas?
Y'all boys back.
Can y'all
Yeah,
hear
we
us?
can hear you. Me and Huncho took it away, so you and Melo could do y'all thing, man. I think everybody then heard our 2K.
Analysis.
Well,
Right.
Everybody's gonna have to get out.
I think I'm still lost.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to,
like we already closed.
because we already closed it and came back in.
Yeah, but just restart it on there. It won't spin back then. They can keep going.
So we did.
Yeah, so y'all just jump right in, bro. Me and Huncho was just yeah. So hey, this is 22. This is 22. This is episode 22, y'all. So
Well, I mean, yeah. Shoot, just talking upon rating.
Force quit it now.
oh snap.
Well, I honestly, since we talking about video games, let's go back to Madden. Since we talking about some
No,
games, let's talk about this
went
new
through.
release
He
that they
went
came
to
out
the
with.
invite.
That I sent out.
He
Game.
said, yeah, he went through.
Because I'm not gonna be able to get back in.
Just
Unless
like it's been for the
somebody
past
else
year.
goes
I'm
and
hearing
invites
that it's
me.
not nothing worth buying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
for
close.
those who don't know, Madden, they always do like a 10-day early release trial or whatever where you can get the game early for free or not. You get
If you
easy
pre-ordered
access,
it.
right. You get access to it earlier.
Mhm.
So we've mentioned his name on here. We got a friend named Devontae Smith. Me and him have conversations when they come to Madden, and him and Melo speak on Madden a lot. We do season a lot. So anytime Madden's about to come out, we always talk about something. Right when the game came out, Devontae got the trial, and he hit me up. He's like, "Bruh, this game's trash, dog." I'm not surprised. He said it's the same game as last year. They did add like some new features in like the game itself, like the atmosphere, but he said it still plays the same. And I've been hearing that from multiple people. So
It's the same thing with 2K, bro. I'm not buying 2K until after the All-Star break, bro. I'm not finna waste my money, bro. They gotta
I
show
don't
me,
get it,
like,
bro. I really don't get it.
I'm not about to.
Yo, fellas.
Oh,
Yo,
is that a goat? Is that a
It
goat
is.
out here?
Oh yeah, we're back. We're back in the building.
Oh, okay.
Let's get it.
Welcome to the party, fellas. I mean, me and Huncho, look. It's
Hold
crazy
it
'cause
down, man.
this how the party be starting. Like sometimes it'll be me and Lamp, then Melo hop in, or it'll be Melo and Huncho, and I hop in. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly how it works.
So y'all really
It's
just
real
got
life,
like
man.
y'all really just got like an all inside access look that nobody else gets. So
Right.
Yeah.
It's real life right here. We doing real life things here. But as we was saying earlier, fellas, me and Huncho then basically gave the fans a lot in a little bit. So y'all go ahead and tap in on this 2K rating conversation. Any thoughts? Any thoughts? First look and everything. Me and Huncho then went over everything. Went over WNBA players, 3-point ratings, dunk ratings. So y'all have at it.
So I was gonna ask y'all a question, but I guess since y'all been talking and elaborating on a lot,
shoot, ask away. What you
I feel
about to ask?
2K. All right, do y'all feel like these ratings are on point?
No. I told Jay I feel like
Thank
Jason
you.
Tatum should be like a 2.
I don't feel like these ratings are on point at all.
They say he feel like Luka should be higher.
I think Trey Young should be higher too.
When they just did the reveal to Jason Tatum that he was a 90, he literally said like, "What more do I gotta do? I scored 50 in 2 playoff
He said that?
games. He's like, I just came off a 27-point game season. I broke Larry Bird's record for the most 50-point games, and I'm still just a 90." Mind you, when that game ended, I believe he was a 91 when the game ended. So he was like, how I go back?
Right.
But I will say this real quick. I agree with LeBron for the first time ever.
Really?
Okay? Yeah, 100%. No brainer. He says that there's 2 players that needed to be a 99. And I'm not going to disagree with him. If the King says that, I'm going to agree with him. Okay? King James says that Steph and Kd need to be 99s. And guess what? I'm not here to tell him he needs to be stopped. You know what, King James? Keep it going. Okay? I seen grounds for 99. I guess that's my take.
I thought you were saying you agree with his rating. Do you agree with his rating?
No, his rating needs to be 90. You know how you said there's a gap between 94 and 90? As LeBron should have been after the way that season ended. Somewhere in that gap.
I want to see the rookies.
A lot of these people, a lot of these players, I feel like they just threw a rating on them. Like, Remy, can you scroll up real quick? James Harden's a 94. Luka's a 94.
Yeah, though, I don't agree with
Kawhi's a 95.
I don't agree with Dame being a 94.
Like, Trey Young's not an 89 either.
Right.
If anything, Chris Middleton should be an 89. And I feel like 2K is just being, I'm not going to say stingy, but I feel like they really don't give people, like, 99s anymore. Because the last time somebody got a 99 was LeBron.
It's
that was
been
2K14.
a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's been 7 years?
Yeah.
7 years since they gave somebody a 99. So
Going on.
yeah, we're going on 7. So I feel like, I don't know. Well, at least one thing that they got right is that they don't cap point guards anymore. Because it used to be where the point guards wouldn't be a 90. No matter, unless you was Steph.
Wait, hold on. Real quick. Just scroll down real quick, Remy. Where is Klay Thompson at?
They probably gonna release him. They
Definitely.
probably just doing it strategically, because it's still early. So they probably gonna be releasing ratings like until the game come out.
Yeah, that's true. I want to see the rookie rating.
Yeah, because they ain't put no rookie ratings up yet.
Yeah, I just think they put some ratings on people just to do it.
I'm scared, man, because I already see laziness, man, and that's not. I mean, you get 4 dudes 96s.
Yeah.
And I would be cool with, out of respect, give Giannis the 97, give, Steph and Kd the 96s. If you want to, out of respect, give LeBron the 96, but I would say he can be 95. Kawhi shouldn't even be a 90. Kawhi had a good season. I mean, put both of them at 95
Yeah.
would be how I would tinker that.
Kawhi was before his injury giving 30 a game in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not.
so.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna hate on Kawhi. But I definitely think that 96 rating is for Bron.
Very generous.
No, and it ain't very generous because I think he should be at 95, but I just don't think that he should top the list. I
So
don't
let's
think he's the best player right now.
let's do top 5. What would your top 5 be, and what would their rating be?
Who you want to start?
You go ahead, Melo.
Giannis can be the 97. 2 and 3 can be Steph and KD. I don't care the order. 96 is fine with me. And then I would even be cool with Bron being 4 and like Kawhi being 5. Like that's cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that, and both of them at 95. So like 97, 2 96s, 2 95s, and then we can start teetering down. To me, it just look a little lazy when you got 4 96s. Like you didn't even want to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no, get somebody that crown.
Like, so yeah, somebody got to be top dog.
It is. Go ahead. So I want to hear y'all's though.
Who, me or Jay?
It don't matter. You can go. No, Jay. I'm gonna go Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
You're not getting the game, so it doesn't matter.
Honestly,
That was very low. Jeez.
You're not. You gave up your.
That was low.
That's why I don't need it.
honestly,
Jay, come on, man. I want to hear Jay.
Do y'all see
I'm
this?
cool. I'm cool with the 96s because the first thing I said is Giannis 96 gonna be different from KD 96, which is gonna be different from Steph. So I'm cool with those 4 guys having those. I understand they don't want to cap nobody because I think their mindset is my player is supposed to be like the best player in the league. So that's why I think they always cap it like that. But I would put Luka number 5. Honestly, I would put Luka. I would honestly give Luka a 95, bro. I just feel like he's that talented. So he would be my 5th player. That's why I say I'm cool with the 96s. But if like I had to choose them in order, I would definitely put Giannis. He fresh off a championship. KD, Steph, LeBron, then Luka. That's how I would look at it as far as being the best. Because I think KD 96 is way different than Giannis 96. Giannis going to be strong in different areas than KD is. So I just think it's just them trying to create balance for my player to be the best, so to speak. But like I said, I don't really care. I want to see the gameplay.
Okay, I feel it. You what? Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Huncho.
No, I say I get Giannis just won a championship, but I'll put KD number 1. I'll put KD at 97. I'll put Giannis at 96. Steph at 96. Honestly, I put Luka at 96 too. And then I put Jokic at 95 and have him be in the top 10 or technically he is for top 5, but him and Kawhi tied, so
Quite as Steph, Jokic could have been a 96 for real. The way he balled out this season.
He could have for sure.
The crazy thing is, look at the 2K20 and look at the variation between people.
Wait, how did Luka go down, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Look at the variation between people's overall in 2K20. I feel like they're just trying to clump people together, and I understand what you're saying, Jay, that somebody's 96 will be different from somebody else's 96. But that's not how we look at things when it comes to like 2K. Like, some attributes aren't as valuable as other attributes. So let's actually put some variation between these overalls and not clump everybody at 96 for what? If you were to ask me, and I'm gonna do this just because I feel like they haven't given anybody a 99. I'm not gonna give out a 99, but I would do KD 98, Steph 97, Giannis 96. I'll give LeBron a 90. I'm not even gonna put LeBron in fourth. He'll go fifth with a 94, and then I'd probably give either Luka or Jokic in 95 for that fourth spot. I don't know which one. Maybe Luka. But yeah, I just feel like, yeah, like you said, I feel like it's lazy just to look. It's 96 and then 95, 95, then 94, 94, 94.
Yeah.
Like, why is everybody the same rating?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I would just like to see some variation at the top. That's all. Just get a little variation at the top. Eventually, like, obviously, those.
Yeah. When they get closer to the pack, the middle of the pack, it should be.
They should start having more people clustered.
But yeah, once you get to the top, they're all not 96.
That's a fact. And Jay, I never thought about it like that neither. Like, why they stopped making 99. It does kind of make sense that your player is supposed to be the best.
To make you work harder, make you spend more money on VC. Like I said, it's all marketing, bruh. Shout out to Aaliyah. She probably know all this. She probably like they just trying to get y'all to get to 99s, bruh. They just
trying to get in
y'all
y'all pockets.
Right.
Shoot, not if they have it the way 2K20 was. You ain't going to that. You ain't getting to no 99.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That bar.
Are we gonna keep it moving, or did anybody else have anything else to say?
We can move on.
All right. Well, y'all already know what time it is. We close to the football season. We about to crank it up. Fantasy football about to get started. We getting into the thick of these divisions, y'all. So you already know where we at with it. And today, fellas, we have the NFC South. You see, I'm in Atlanta because that's one of the teams that's in the NFC South. So this is where I'm living, and we finna tap into it. So Remy, pull us up, man. You already know who we starting with too, fellas. As Remy prepared that, we could get started. First team, definitely we're going to talk about our defending Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thank you, Remy. And yeah, y'all, how y'all feeling about Tampa Bay, man? 11-5 last season, defending Super Bowl champions. How y'all feeling about them going into this new season, bruh? And the floor is open to anybody.
I mean, go ahead, Melo.
I'll be quick.
You probably gonna say the same thing I'm finna say.
Back. They brought they did something that's unheard of. I mean, they brought everyone back.
Mm-hmm.
And they still got some fight in them, because I'm sure y'all heard what happened today at practice.
Yeah, I saw the update earlier.
For those that don't know, the Titans was scrimmaging. They had like a joint practice with the Buccaneers, and a couple of some flies got swatted, is what Coach Bruce Arians said. So
Throwing them boys.
Yeah, some flies just getting swatted on the Titans and by the Bucks. So I liked it a little bit of that, just because it showed that they still hungry, right? Like they not resting on it. Let's practice. What you got to be, you know what I mean? What you scrapping for practice if you ain't hungry? So I like that they coming back and they got a little chip on their shoulder. So
and one thing I will say is that they won't have to worry about finding their identity and finding themselves as a team.
They already got it
this season, because they already got it. So I will say they have that going for them. So they're gonna be a team to beat.
Yeah, this team is pretty much self-explanatory. I mean, just like the guy said, they hit the nail on the head. Yeah. I don't really got too much to say about them. I see them dang near doing what they did last year.
And you can head to the next one, Remy. I think we all pretty. Remember, we're gonna do our sets at the end, but shout out to Melo, because Melo was really one of the people who put it into perspective how tough their Super Bowl run was. Like, they went against Washington, had to go against the Saints, 3 times that season, and then had to go against Aaron Rodgers, who was balling out, and then win against Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, they serious. They serious. So,
real quick to piggy off that. So, obviously, they played the best defensive front in the league, but then you go through Drew Brees, you go through Aaron Rodgers, and then you go through
Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Those are the 3 best quarterbacks of this generation, minus Peyton. So, yeah, shout out them boys. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, next up we got the Saints. We got Who Dat Nation. Hey, shout out to my boy Roland. Roland is one of the only Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans I know. I met him out here. He a nurse and everything. Shout out to my boy Roland. That's a true Buccaneers fan right there. So I told him I'm going to shout him out on the show. But back to these Saints, man. How y'all feeling, man? This post-Breeze era, man. How y'all feeling about these Saints, man? I don't know. 12-4. That's tough to do, man, with an extra game. How y'all feeling, man?
Did y'all see Jameis in practice? He was dancing in practice. I don't know, man. It's tough, especially when you think about post Drew Brees. Post Drew Brees, man. They ain't even got a quarterback. So I mean, you fight between Taysom Hill and Jameis. Taysom Hill, I feel like he knows the system more just because he's been there longer. But Jameis ain't a bad quarterback. He just throw too many picks. So, I don't know. I mean, Jameis did have a lot of yards. He did pass for a lot of yards last season. But he also...
He led the league in touchdowns, too, I believe.
Yeah. He also threw a lot of picks, too. So, I mean, I don't...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I will say in some, to kind of lift Jameis up a little bit. Jameis is not a bad quarterback, and granted, the situation he was in Tampa Bay, they didn't have a good O-line back then, and a lot of that does also fall on him making decisions as a quarterback. But I mean, his stats speak for themselves. He had a lot of yards. He was finding his targets. He needed to do a lot of touchdowns, led the league in touchdowns. So if he can just eliminate those picks, I don't see why he couldn't have success within this division. And on top of that, he's in the same division. And then when he has success with his stats, yes. Bad thing is he's facing the same defenses every. They kind of know him, so I don't know. I hope the best for him, and I hope they can figure that situation out. They need to figure out something with Michael Thomas, though.
Yeah.
At this point, they might as well release him.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head, Huncho. Go ahead, Melo.
The one thing I'll say is I think that Jameis is better than what at times the tape showed, I guess. If you think about this past season, remember Tom Brady was struggling, before the bye week, and because Bruce Arians' offense is such a push the ball down the field offense that you're going to be prone to throwing interceptions, especially if the dude in your ear is telling you to, no risk it, no biscuit. That's literally their motto on offense. So I think that in an offense where Drew Brees never pushed the ball down the field because he couldn't. I think Sean Payton, in an offensive guru like Sean Payton, he might mess around and find a playbook that fit the needs that or rather the skill set that Jameis has. So I'm actually excited to see what they do post Drew Brees. I think that there's a chance that they can really open up, the offense a little more, and not because, like I said, Drew Brees couldn't push the ball down the field. But you knew everything was going to be short underneath timing routes, whereas now you got to we got a big arm, throw the ball down the field, take some chances. See what I'm curious, man. I'm not going to write them off, but they do got some stuff to prove. I think it's a lot to prove, right? The quarterback got something to prove. The Saints, I think, as a unit, want to prove that they still could be relevant too. So watch out for the Saints, man. I ain't saying they're going to make any major noise, but I think they're going to be a little bit.
They got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, they're going to be just a little bit better than what you may think they should be.
Honestly, I'll be surprised if Jameis doesn't start. I will be very surprised. Because, I mean, and essentially, if they can just get Jameis to come in and do his job and just make the right reads and do what he's supposed to do as a quarterback, essentially, they can pretty much set up the same system that they had with Drew Brees and Taysom Hill. Jameis, he can run a little bit, but Taysom Hill is more so of they found a role for him within being in New Orleans. So, I mean, if they can just establish Jameis and have him step into his role that he needs to step into, I feel like they'll be straight. And on top of that, they got Kamara backfield. So
Jameis had a year to sit too and learn the system. I think that's huge. That's huge. You get to sit behind Breeze and learn from Sean Payton. I'm excited to see, because to me this is kind of it for as far as a starting job for Jameis, right? Like
for Jameis,
if you really can't go and show. I mean, look, they even gave Teddy another job after playing with the Saints, right? Like they gave him a chance. So if you can't get another chance after playing with the Saints, then you might as well just get ready for that backup role, which is cool, right? Like you still gonna be making bread, but not to me. Like I said, it's a lot of chip on shoulders on this roster, man.
I'll give him 3 games, bro. If he don't prove himself within 3 games, he's out of there, bro. Honestly, I give him 2. So I'm hoping he do his thing.
Well,
man, ain't he?
well, the season is almost here, so we gonna see about these Saints soon. We can head to the next team, and I think we have the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers, y'all, they were really, really unhealthy last year. So, how y'all feeling about Carolina? 5-11 last year. Christian McCaffrey was my first round draft pick last season, so that was pretty fun. But how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling about the Carolina Panthers, man? That boy Sam Darnold. They did make that trade for him, man. And personally, I think Sam Darnold is a really good quarterback, man. And I think he's going to have a really, really good opportunity. We talked about the Giants being the dark horse in their division, bro. I think Carolina can do that same thing if they stay healthy, bro. I think really? Sam Darnold, I think he's underrated, bro. He just wasn't in the right situation. I think he's going to have an opportunity to be really good, especially with Christian McCaffrey there. So that's just how I feel. I think they're a dark horse in this division, but how y'all feeling about it, fellas?
I'm a just real quick, because I know we talked about the Jets in the past, and just when Sam Darnold was on the Jets. Melo brought up a solid point that when Sam Darnold was on the Jets, he really didn't have those receivers. And, I mean, I did think everybody did kind of throw some shade at Sam Darnold because he was on the Jets and what they were doing. But, I mean, he has some weapons now. He got DJ Moore. He got who else they got? They ain't got Curtis Samuel. But I mean, he got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson,
Robbie
Dan Arnold.
Robbie.
Yeah, he got some pieces. So. And on top of that, he got Christian McCaffrey, and he's a receiver.
That's his safety blanket, bro.
Right. That's about one of the best safety blankets you could have, like him and Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think they could be a dark horse in this division. So shout out to SC, shout out to Sam Darnold. Take back what I said about your boy. Hello. So.
No, you good, bro? Because I'm not I was just saying leave the door open because I don't know. I'm with you guys, right? Like I think that they have a chance to do some nice things.
And I forgot they got AJ Bouye now too.
Like it's all reliant on Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Right. Like if we can see a Sam Darnold that looks like a competent quarterback, they got a chance to be a little bit better than 500 in my eyes. Like I think they can get close to 8-9 wins if they can. Mm-hmm. If Sam can be a pretty decent quarterback, so I think it's a lot. It's once again another team with a lot to prove, right? You got another fresh start at quarterback. Same situation as far as the quarterback got something to prove as the Saints. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm obviously gonna be
it's an interesting team.
For Sam. Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting team, man. I'm excited to see them play some games this season. So I'm really interested to see what the Panthers do.
Yeah, I'm honestly rooting for the Panthers. I want to see what they do. I really do.
Y'all gonna have to bring it, man. And last but not least, shout out to my boy Creed. That's the biggest Falcons fan I know, man. So our last team in this division in the NFC South is the Atlanta Falcons, who were 4-12 last year, man. Let me tell y'all something about Atlanta, bro. Atlanta, they love their football, bro. They love their Falcons, bro. And it's just like so crazy how demoralized they are every season, y'all. So how y'all feeling about the Falcons? Like Melo said, we just talked about two franchises that are having a fresh start at quarterback. Matt Ryan's still hanging around. They got rid of Julio, y'all. How y'all feeling about Atlanta this season?
Man, they did get rid of Julio, but they got Calvin Ridley still. So
I like Calvin.
I like what you said. So long, Julio. Hello, Calvin Ridley. So I personally, I would say he's a true number one. I
agree. Calvin Ridley's cut, bro. Calvin Ridley's cut.
Decent. And on top of that, when Julio was there, their receiving core, it really wasn't bad at all. They got some slot guys that'll step up and make plays. And on top of that, they got Kyle Pitts now too. So that's somebody that you can put him. Kyle Pitts is, to me, he's right there in the same category as Darren Waller. So Kyle Pitts, you could take him, you could put him at tight end, you could put him on the outside, whatever the case may be. I like that you pulling this up, Remy. So I just pulled a clip up to Remy. And this is what you're gonna expect. This is what you're gonna see from the Falcons. That's, you see who that man is.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying that.
Yeah, so to those that aren't watching this, this is the clip of Calvin Ridley in practice against cross the team practice versus the Dolphins. Davian Howard. Which due respect to Davian Howard, great corner, but right here, it really got the best. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they got Matt Ryan. I don't know. I don't think they're necessarily too great, but I don't know. I say this could be a good year for Kyle Pitts. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. How y'all feeling, fellas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a quiet year in Atlanta.
I mean, let's just look at it like this. They run a real risk of having the fourth best quarterback in the division, depending on how these other, two that we talked about will fare this season.
Yeah.
Man, make sure you cut that, Remy. That's huge right there.
Right. Yeah. Listen, that it's a chance now. Now, I'm not saying that he fell off the cliff, but we just talked about, right? Sam Darnold got a chance to really do something. Jameis has shown that he can put up statistics, but maybe with the right coaching, can he show why he was a top talent when he was drafted? And then you look at Matt Ryan at this age.
Man, I can't stand Matt Ryan. Sorry.
You don't like Matty Ice?
No, bro. I had Matty Ice 1 year, and I was already skeptical about him before, but I had him 1 year in fantasy, bro. I never do it again.
Bro, I drafted him the year he won his MVP, so I ain't gonna hate on him. But yeah, they don't have no defense. They don't have do they have a running game?
I was gonna say it's Todd Gurley still there, but
no, Todd Gurley.
So he's a free agent.
I think it's Mike Davis. I think Mike Davis from
Carolina.
Even
if he was still there.
So y'all, real quick, y'all answering my question, right? No, right? Let's just say it. No, they don't have a running game. So we got Calvin still, right? We got Calvin and we got Kyle Pitts. That's the only thing we got going for the Atlanta Falcons right now.
Dang.
So,
yeah.
They're
gonna need somebody in a running game to step up, because that's gonna be tough trying to balance that. I mean, because essentially your passing game works because your running game works. So it's a balance. So if you ain't got no running game,
you ain't got to bring no safety down, or you ain't got to pack that box. Now you could just prepare for Cal. You could take, you know,
worry about playing coverage all day.
Man, you just play that bend don't break. You let them have underneath. They not gonna be able to. This ain't the division. This ain't the division to have that type of conversation. You know what I mean? Like, you know you're gonna take 2 losses to Tampa. There's a chance that you can mess around and take 2 losses to the Panthers.
And Saints.
And we always know with Sean Payton. Listen, you just even like I said, they was winning games with Teddy Bridgewater, and Teddy not even, you know, he clearly ain't a starter. They was winning games with him. So, and I think Jameis is better than Teddy Bridgewater.
That's tough.
So yeah, I'm sorry, Jay.
You think Calvin Ridley your number 1?
Yeah, he's number 1. Yeah, number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's number 1.
And
not because of what he did to Xavier Howard either. Because Xavier Howard.
No. Fact.
Honestly, bro, I'm not a believer in Xavier Howard. He did just get paid, so shout out him for that. He did secure the bag. But I've been consistent on that. I ain't really. He is zone corner to me. You saw what just happened when he got put in man coverage. He got exposed.
Yeah. Exposed.
And let's not forget what happened when he went against whatchamacallit this year. Was literally just was holding them up and down the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he literally had like 6 pass interference calls. Like, yeah, dude. But saying that to say, Calvin is the number 1 though. He is the number 1. So you got that going for you, Jay. You got a number 1 receiver. You got a number 1 tight end. Let's see if they can build now. Let's start seeing what type of building skills they got.
We gonna see, man. You can take that down, Remy. So with that being said, fellas, who wins this division? Who's last place? We'll start with Huncho.
Well, who win? We gonna go with Bucks.
I think we're all in agreement with that.
I'm gonna go Bucks 1. And really, honestly, the tie-up for me comes between the Panthers and the Saints.
It's a toss-up. I was gonna say I think we all got 1 and 4 the same.
I'm about to say 1 and 4 is locked. Yeah, 1 and 4 is locked. 2, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. 2, I'm going to go Panthers. That's a big limb to go out on. Golly.
Yeah. Oh, bro. You safe, bro. Panthers
that's
number 2, bro. Yeah, that's the safe pick. Because if the Saints don't got Michael Thomas through the season, we were relying on Sean. We were literally relying on Sean Payton and Jameis Winston. So
that's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Panthers 2, Saints 3. Yeah.
They still got Alvin, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm in total agreement.
Now, see, the only reason it kind of made me think a little bit is because the Saints defense
got a good defense. That's the only reason why I would put the Saints too. The Carolina Panthers defense got to show me them first couple of weeks, and I'm pretty sure once we have our little intermission session before our next season, when we come back and we talking from what we've seen, I think a lot of our questions are going to be answered about a lot of these teams. So that's the only reason I'm going with Saints number 2, but I don't think it's going to be super far off. I think the Bucks are top heavy by far, but I think Carolina and the Saints have a pretty close record, and then I think Atlanta's the fall off. But I'm just gonna go with the defense for the Saints. They gotta win it on offense though. But yeah, good. Hey, football is approaching, y'all. It's approaching, and that was the NFC South. What's next on the agenda, fellas?
So let's keep it rolling. Big news this week in the NBA. Has everyone paid attention to the Kevin Durant and Draymond Green the interview they had?
Sure.
So
yes, sir.
They done made some big news in the interview, man. I think the biggest thing that was taken away from the interview was the dispute that essentially what caused the breakup of the greatest team that I've ever seen put together. So I just want to hear y'all thoughts, man. I mean, let's talk about it. Draymond and KD say that that the upper management, essentially, Bob Myers and Steve Kerr to be exact, what basically was, the reasoning behind the eventual split. But I want to hear y'all take from it. See what y'all took away from the conversation. What's up? Floor is open.
First things first, the interview was excellent. First off, shout out to Draymond Green and Kevin Durant because that was a really, really good interview. The thing about it is, I think the reason why this is so unique is because, and I was talking to Lamp about this, because Draymond said something that was so profound to me, and he was just like, to me personally, that was the greatest era of basketball. You know what I'm saying? And I really had to think about it. And Melo just put it into perspective, saying that was the greatest team I've ever seen assembled, bro. Like, that can really be argued. And what I was talking to Lamp about, during that span of when we were seeing LeBron, Steph, KD, all these teams in the finals, bruh, like, now we're appreciating the rises of Giannis. We're appreciating the rises of Trey Young and stuff, because that era of basketball put the league on notice. Like, people, I was talking to Lamp about, I was like, man, people really hated Golden State, and I think that was the most appealing thing about them, bruh. Like, people really hated. People really didn't want to see them win, and I liked how the humility from KD and Draymond, first things first, but also the fact that players don't really do this until they retire, bro. Both of these players are in the prime of their careers, having this conversation, and the only thing that I would take away from it is, I understand where they're coming from as far as management getting involved, but and I still feel like they did it in the same regard. But you got to take accountability, because when we boys, you know what I'm saying? And I would expect y'all, if I'm messing up, if I'm doing something wrong, to definitely let me know. In the heat of the moment or not, you know what I'm saying? We ain't calling each other out our name. So that B word is something very, personal, you know what I'm saying? But I just like KD, man. Honestly, I was telling Lamp that too. I was just like, man, seeing these type of interviews just really make me appreciate players for who they are. You know what I'm saying? We don't get an opportunity to hear players speak. KD spoke on, not having kids and having to focus. KD spoke on, I was going to leave Golden State. And he said, if my team was healthy this year, I felt like we could have won a championship. You know what I'm saying? So we seeing that boat. We seeing that boat in KD. And we also seeing not only Draymond taking that next step in his career, but Draymond being Draymond, bro. People used to hate on Draymond, but Draymond has always been that same person that he's been in that interview. And I'm like I said, let's keep this open discussion, man. I thought it was an excellent interview, bro. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I think I liked it because.
No, go ahead.
Oh, for sure. I liked it simply because I felt like it was very transparent, and they were very open, and you could tell it was like, at the end of the day, it was just boys just having a conversation. Just going back to kind of what Jay said, it was good to actually hear KD, speak on these things. KD is a very, to himself type person. He even said in the interview, he's very cliche. Just his game and how he is as a person. Like he takes things as they come. Just moves how he moves. He stays out the way. But just to hear him talk, it's good to kind of hear his perspective on things and everything. So, I felt like it was a very transparent interview, in terms of the whole situation with the Warriors. I could see how it was the organization, but kind of, going back to Dave's point, taking some kind of accountability. But I really wouldn't be surprised if it was the organization kind of had a big play within, how everything played out. Because at the end of the day, if we got a problem, we come speak to each other, it's going to be squashed right there. But if we let it get in the hands of somebody else or anybody outside of just me and this person, it could go any which way. That's yeah. Go ahead, like, what you got?
For sure. I was just going to piggyback off what Jay said. That's why I like these podcasts, and now everybody is starting to get one. Like JJ Redick has one. But we're starting to get the player's voice now. Like Jay said, he appreciates these players now because he gets their perspective. We don't get to see these players. We don't know them, so we don't get to hear them speak. We don't really get their personality on a day-to-day basis. So when you do hear them speak to each other, because they speak to each other as boys, it's not like how when they speak to the media. They speak to the media totally differently than how they speak to other players, especially the players they cool with. So you actually get the real them instead of what the media shows you, because before all of this stuff, that's all you can see is what the media shows you and what the media depicts these players to be, which I know that probably goes to what a couple points that Melvin want to point out. But yeah, you don't get to see nothing but what the media shows you. So a lot of the times, players are hated because we don't know them. We know what the media portrays them to be. Like, I know a lot of people, before all this podcast stuff started, people probably hated Draymond because of what the media portrayed him to be. But then once you actually hear him speak and hear him talk to people and get a part of his personality, he's a really good guy. And they're not too different from regular people. So, yeah, to piggyback off what you were saying, you really get to see a different side of these players. But also, like you said, accountability is part of that, but you got to look at it from Draymond's perspective. The front office tried to discipline Draymond by making him say sorry. So now, if I go out and say sorry, it doesn't seem genuine because y'all just told me to go say sorry. So if y'all want us to squash this, you got to let me do this when on my time, so it's actually genuine. So like, and they were Kerr and Myers. Kerr and Myers. They were constantly on Draymond trying to make him apologize, and then if he didn't apologize, suspending him and all that stuff. What is that going
suspended,
to do? What is that going to do?
Suspended.
Like KD said, he wanted them to actually talk it out like they were brothers. Like how when they were talking about bringing them in, being part of the brotherhood, like y'all said, we got to talk that out. We got to go to the locker room, and that has to be between us. But as Draymond, I kind of feel him because y'all not going to sit here and make me apologize to him, even if he probably wanted to. Now it doesn't seem genuine. So y'all are messing this up for the whole organization by getting involved instead of letting us handle it.
So, backstory on this, too. For those who haven't heard, so this isn't the first time they've sat down and talked. Right? So there's KD has his own platform that they've already done had this conversation on. This isn't the first time they've had this conversation. But they did bring out some different jewels in this conversation that I like to, and I got a lot to say about this, and I want to keep it open so we can all keep flowing. But there's a couple ways I want to as far as divert this conversation with regards to this. So one, like Lamp just said, obviously the biggest thing was KD said he wanted the fact that he was drawn to Golden State was because they felt like a family. And so when that situation happened, Bob Myers and Steve Kerr tried to act like nothing happened to KD. No. Let's talk about it. Don't sweep it under the rug, Bob Myers and Steve Kerr. Don't act like I didn't just have this happen on the court by going and suspending Draymond and literally having an hour and 45-minute conversation with Draymond. Then reconvene with him the next day. So I see why. That's why I see why they both are saying that yes, they messed it up because they took it to a place. We players argue all the time, and the backstory to that is, if you watch the other interview they've done, KD and Draymond were the closest two on the Warriors. They were the brothers on the Warriors. They were the ones that talked all the time. They were the ones that was doing so. Bob Myers and Steve Kerr didn't need to get in. Like they didn't
Right.
need to intervene on that. They were so worried about losing KD that they lost sight of that, which is why they stepped in. Because KD, they remember everybody thought KD was gonna leave anyway because they thought he was checked out. And like KD said, no, like I was just in the moment. He was like,
I was working,
I was
trying to be
working.
the best me.
He said I played 78 games that year. Like, why? If I was checked out, I would have been taking nice no. So I appreciate that they spoke on it. They finally put out their perspective of why it broke down. Obviously,
It got to the higher
original
up,
point of it
yeah.
all was the argument is what started it, but that wasn't gonna be what ended the Warriors. I believe what they're saying that what eventually did end the Warriors was the fact that how management tried to intervene. They tried to intervene to side with Kevin, and in actuality, it messed it up. It messed everything up because Kevin didn't need to be sided with. Kevin, like, I'm a grown man, don't side with me. Let's talk about it and get over it. So I get his frustration on that. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else. What was another point in the conversation? Let me get what y'all feedback on that real quick, and then we keep pushing.
Yeah,
This a lot in this interview.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to unpack. Honestly, also want to hear how y'all felt about KD's Last Dance comment, just as far as him saying what he's seen from the Last Dance, and I thought that was super important. Just for time's sake, because we see the maturation of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? To Lamb's point, humanizing these players and stuff. Like, a lot of people didn't know what was going on that last season with the Bulls, bruh. And that's to my point. Like, I always knew KD was going to leave Golden State for this simple fact. And it was nothing personal against Steph, because I think it's the same thing with D-Wade. LeBron was always the best player on the Miami Heat. But D-Wade is always going to be that guy for the franchise, bro. It's that Wade County. In the Bay, when you think of the Bay, when you think of the Golden State Warriors, KD is that guy. We all think KD is that player. But that's Steph's team, bro. When it's all said and done, and that's nothing against Dwayne Wade. That's nothing against Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? But KD touched on that. You know, he was like, you know, any team he was with, he felt like he could win and stuff. So I felt like mentally, KD was just he was just at a point in his career where he was just like, yeah, he talked about it. Like, I wanted to get out of Oklahoma City because I wanted to win. You know, I wanted my career to progress. I wanted all of these things. And like to y'all point, KD's always been forward thinking. But I want y'all to touch on that Last Dance comment, how the whole Bulls team went to Scotty and was like, yo, Scotty, you know, that's not cool. And how that would have translated a little bit differently in that situation. How do y'all feel if that was the case? The whole entire team intervening in the situation, how do y'all feel that would have turned out for the Warriors?
So, yeah, I feel like when he made that comment, it was just to even, like, give an example of what he wanted the team to do. Like, when Scotty did that, the team came to him in the locker room after the game and was like, hey, bro, that's not cool. You can't do that. Like, you check your brother. So, that's probably what he wanted. He probably wanted, instead of them to try to make it, like, management try to make them and the other players make it seem like nothing happened, and yeah, guys, don't even worry about it. Nothing happened, and we'll address Draymond. Address Draymond later. No, we don't want that. If you like, y'all advertise this as a family, as a brotherhood. When I came here, so let's talk about it. Like Melo said, if we all grown men here, so let's address what happened and keep it pushing. It wouldn't have had to been nobody get suspended. And then, like, you trying to force Draymond's hand to apologize, that's not going to make him apologize. It's going to do the opposite. So, if we all just would have went to the locker room after the case, talked about it as a family, we could have moved on. And I feel like if they would have moved on, if they win another one, who's to say KD don't sign a 1-1? Just to see if they can win another one. You feel me? Just to make history.
He wanted that 3-peat too. He
Yeah, so imagine if they got the 3-peat, we could 4-peat. Who does that? You feel me?
He said he wasn't trying to, like, it wasn't set that he wanted to leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he said he wasn't. He had took himself to another place, right? Like, cause he wasn't, as expressive. Like you said, he spoke on it. He's like, I wasn't as expressive and all. And he even said, and retrospectively, I probably should have communicated that I'm great. I'm actually really great. I just am enjoying being me right now. And so that I mean, that was one of to me, that was the coolest thing hearing, because like you said, Jay, the media, and I'm gonna really get on this in a minute, because I want us to finish with your question, Jay. But that's where that media piece come in, because
I mean, just
pushing that narrative that
just really piggybacking off of y'all. It's really a situation where when you get the media and people
that he wanted to go
involved that have
other
nothing
than
to
the
do
media
with the
started.
situation,
World
you're
wanted
leaving
to
it in anybody's
So
hands.
go ahead, though. Go ahead,
Like,
Huncho.
if it was a situation between us, like, I would expect for us to be able to talk about it, because if we pronounce ourselves as a brotherhood, and we should be able to come to each other and talk about whatever, whenever, because I mean, it may make some people uncomfortable, but that's the best way you're gonna get out the situation, with it being something that y'all both agree with, as opposed to you let somebody else get a hold of it, you don't know where it's gonna go. So yeah, that's all I got to say on that. Yeah, J.J. Redick's is smooth. I like his.
Go ahead, Melo. You were saying one thing about the media.
So the coolest thing about all these players coming out, and like you said, like having their own podcast, and I've listened to the J.J. Redick one. I just was listening to one with Duncan Robinson and Joe Ingles, bro. Like, and they was talking. It was just cool to hear in their perspectives, bro. Like Joe Ingles, and
Melo too on All the Smoke,
bro. I'm saying
that was a good one. That was really good.
So, it's the best part for me is that these players can now take control of the narrative, right?
Yeah.
Because I told Lent, dude, it infuriated me, man, that on my way over here, I turned on Undisputed to hear their opinion on the conversation, and they went on there and did what the media do. And I don't know why I'm even surprised, right? But they went on there and took what happened and said, nah, we don't want that, right? We're going to continue to push what we've been pushing, and we're going to make, dude, like, KD literally says, I don't know, like, if I wasn't planning to leave, like, that wasn't, I was just in the moment, like, I was da-da-da, even kind of to the point, Jay, what the big one is, like you said, they started pushing the division. They created the division between Steph and KD, because there was no division that actually, like, either one of them mentioned it. KD, as we heard in the interview, says literally, all I want to do is hoop. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care about that. I ain't having kids yet because I'm trying to hoop. So, wrapping it up by saying this, I enjoy the fact that the media, or that the players are starting to take their control of the media, because KD made an excellent point by saying, what has Kyrie ever done outside of asked out of being
leave
from
Boston
Cleveland
and leave
Boston?
Cleveland?
What has he ever done wrong?
Talk about it, Melo. Talk about it.
What is
Talk about
so? And so you start thinking about how the like I said, the narrative of these players are created in all actuality. Like KD said, KD, I'm not the only one that's on Twitter. Like, I follow Dame. Dame is hilarious. Dame be checking fools, but Dame not caught.
CJ McCollum. Yeah, we
real.
talked that about CJ too. Yeah,
bro. Like, they call real, right? But KD caught sensitive. So I just want to hear y'all perspectives on the media's control, and just how the media is controlling the narrative, and how the players are now starting to buck back on that.
So, let me start by saying social media plays a big part in a lot of this. Because social media has given a lot of these journalists the thought that they are the storyteller now, and not a person giving my opinion on what's happening. Like Melo said, we talked about this. I don't remember what episode it is, but we talked about where KD and Draymond already had that conversation, and Shannon went right back on Undisputed talking about crying to KD to come and save the Warriors
Bro,
again.
they verbatim said in the interview, bro, I did not go crying to the car. Like, we already had a...
They laughed at that.
Bro,
they was
literally.
like, who created that?
Bro, literally, bro. But then the next episode, they
Yep.
they said the same, like...
So they're looking at how they're connected to social media, and now they have more notoriety because most people don't watch Undisputed or why am I drawing blanks right now? These other
First
shows,
Take.
First Take and First Things First and stuff like that. They don't, but they see the clips. They see the clips that go on to social media, that go on to Twitter, that go
viral.
That go viral. So now these people are looked at differently and have more notoriety. So now they want to be like, okay, what does social media like? What did they like the last time it went viral? What are they looking for? So now they're making up all of these stories. They flipping the narrative and doing all this other stuff to make what they think is their audience happy, which is not really their audience. So instead of giving their opinion and keeping it to whatever sport they play and critiquing their job, which is what they're supposed to do, now you see on Undisputed, they're talking about NBA ratings on 2K. Why are y'all talking about this? Why are y'all talking? It's a lot of stuff that they talk about that they would not otherwise talk about unless if social media wasn't the thing it is today. It's a lot of times I go on and listen to a lot of these shows, and the last thing they talk about is actually sports. Because now we're talking about drama. Now we're talking about why did KD say this on Twitter? Why did KD or why did so-and-so do this? Why did Kyrie do that? We're not even talking about them playing basketball or what may happen on the court, the field, or whatever the case may be. We're talking about totally different stuff because now we know that can draw attention from other platforms other than our network.
So when you,
So
go ahead, keep going.
No, I would just say I just feel like social media is playing a big part in how these people on these shows are flipping the narrative and changing things.
Facts. Yeah, I say so when you think about media, the media has always been, they're looking for that story, or they're looking for that next cutting edge topic that's gonna get the world talking. So anything that they're gonna get their hands on, any little snippet that they can chop up or whatever and make it turn into something that it's really not, they're gonna do that every single time. And it's crazy because just the fact that we have access to social media now, social media gives everybody a voice. Social media puts something out there right now and the whole world sees it right when it's put out. It's crazy because people, obviously we understand that people involved in media have their job is to literally put information out and let the world know certain situations are going on and make certain situations more popular than others. It's media people from back in like the day. They see what's going on now, and it's crazy because I was just looking this up. But they see what's going on now, and they still have the perspective that media is meant for news to be put out, and for them to shed light on situations that's going on within celebrities' lives and everything. People that were involved in media in like the 80s don't agree with what's going on now. So that should tell you something. That should already tell you something within itself, that it's way too much access and way too much. It's too much. Go ahead, Lam.
Let me just ask you something. So I get what you're saying, but I feel like it's certain type of media that does that. When we're talking about sports media, what are we supposed to be talking about?
Oh yeah, facts.
No, I feel you. So why are we doing like something the Shade Room would do on TV on ESPN? That's my thing.
Because they know it sells, bro. And like I really wish it wasn't like that, because like you said, if we're doing sports media, we should be talking about sports. But just the way of the world, bro, like media feeds off of like the next best story. Like if it's anything that they feel is like it's gonna blow up, they're gonna put that out there, whether it has to do with sports or not. And they're probably giving honestly these people that work for these companies and these broadcasting stations, they're probably telling them like on Undisputed, like, yeah, like we just had this happen. Y'all should talk about this. Like it has nothing to do with sports because they know it's gonna be put out there and it's gonna bring them numbers or I don't know, bro. It's a lot.
No. I feel that. And what I'm saying is, before social media, you might have been a sports person might have been brought up on a whole different network about something that they did. But on ESPN, it was supposed to be sports. But now that social media has connected all of them, now we can talk about that on here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I think the big thing really too is you think about it. We're talking about like journalism, right? Well, a lot of these shows, they're not like they're opinionists.
Exactly.
But they don't, like, a lot of these people don't realize that though. So you start pumping out all of these opinions.
That's true.
That people are thinking are what? Facts.
Yeah, true.
And so that's how that the train gets to, like you said, and they start by what the social media clips or trying to continue to push your narrative because for whatever this is how I know this stuff is like it's flip floppy. When Paul George was playing for the Clippers or the Pacers, even when he was playing for OKC, what did Skip Bayless call him? George Paul. He created the first playoff nickname for this fool. George Paul. That's what he thinks he is now. He thinks he's the greatest playoff performer ever. Right? Why? Because he's on the team. And it's just an opinion. Right? So
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then also, like when they're on the show, what do they always talk about? How Skip has more followers than Shannon, and Shannon trying to get his followers up, and
you must be watching my tweets.
Exactly.
Telling you, bro. Social media is at the forefront of everything now, bro.
Jay-Tay.
Yeah, man. I'm just listening to y'all's really profound conversation, but I just honestly I think y'all touched on it best, but I just think like Melo said, players now having the opportunity to be that media outlet is important, and shout out to the different podcasts and even our podcast, because we don't base our opinions on personal matters. Our opinions on the sport comes from the performance of the player. So you know what I'm saying, we keep it strictly on that. When we go over these divisions, we not talking about what Jameis got personal going on.
Right, the personal life,
what
right.
He could bring to the sport, what he could bring to the team, So I just think it's a new age of media coming up, and I think we got to continue to just use it for our benefit and use it for what it actually needs to be. And social media plays a role into that. But I think y'all touched on that. I thought that was a really profound conversation. Like, literally, when people watch this, they just gonna see me watching and listening. I was just really just listening to y'all. I thought that was excellent. Shout out to y'all.
For the listeners, you can tell we passionate. We're passionate about the way that information is dispersed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. I tell Van, I tell all you guys actually, like, one of the reasons I really like Colin Cowherd isn't because of what he says, right? It's simply because he's an opinionist. But every Monday he goes on his show and he will tell you, he literally has a segment called Colin Right, Colin Wrong, right? And he goes back through the week's topics that he went through in an expedited way, and he'll let you know, I was actually right on this. Right, and this is why I was right, and this is what happened, and then this is why I was wrong on this, and he's had to admit that he was wrong on some really big things. But guess what? You're pumping out correct information, right? I don't care that you're wrong, because everybody's making. We all know these are hypothetical situations a lot of the time, so we're really just trying to see what's the best feel, whatever. But to me, it means a lot when you can acknowledge, okay, this is the real, this is the truth. Like, I love real. I don't want to hear your narrative. I don't want to hear you talking about what you think is,
and if it's your opinion, then make sure
we know
exactly.
That's why they're opinionists. But we we confused because they're talking sports media on television that they're more right. Like no, on their show they're just simply opinionists, and they're literally their job is just to give each other's opinions. Like I said, the only issue is people start taking those opinions for fact, and now, now you got these players that have to deal with certain things that they shouldn't have to deal with.
And I think they push it out like that on purpose. Like I think those that really understand sports and watch these shows, we understand that they're putting out their opinion. Like we get that. But it's just the fact that when those media people or whoever's in charge of those pages, when they take that and when they disperse that out to the world and they put it on this spotlight, it gets retweeted and liked and shared so much that the average American will think, oh, this is right. Since it's getting shared so much, this must be how this is supposed to be. So I mean, it's a mental, I don't know, it's some sort of mental trick that they put on people to the point where like if you see something so much, they're gonna think this is true, hands down. So it's definitely some strategy to how they do it, but it's kind of sickening at the same point because it's like it's almost like people don't have their own opinion. Like, what do you think? Like, okay, like this person did say this on this show, but like, what do you think, bro? Like, you can't just everything that they say or put out there. You can't think it's true all the time. You got to develop your own opinion some type. So, yeah.
That was a great conversation, fellas.
Yeah, man, that was excellent. Yeah, that was excellent, man. I was just sitting here and all like, wow, y'all some smart brothers, man.
Party podcast enlightenment segment, man.
Man, wake up, folks. Wake up.
Ain't ready for what we got coming up.
What's next, man?
All right. Last but not least, y'all already know what time it is. We got our special segment, and I believe this week we are doing Profit or Stop It, where the fellas bring up a take, and everybody else has to judge whether it's a profit and it's going to happen, or if they going a little too left, they need to stop it. Calm down. And who are we going to start with today?
Can I go first?
We got a volunteer. Go ahead, Jay.
All right. So I wanted to go first because we were just talking about podcasts, and a big topic lately for us is that man Carmelo Anthony, man. And Melo said something very, very prominent this week in that All the Smoke podcast, and he said that you know if he would have got drafted to Detroit, his career looking a lot different. So my question to y'all for Profit or Stop It this week, to kick it off, if Carmelo Anthony got drafted to the Detroit Pistons, would he have a better career ring-wise than D-Wade and LeBron since they're in the same draft class? Profit, stop it.
Would he have
I was about to say better. I don't know.
Better?
Yeah.
Well, around the same.
We ain't gotta say better. We could say, let's just say more ships. Because they're all great in their own respect. So I won't disrespect three kings that really, really changed the game, especially for our generation. So let's do it in the championship standpoint. So would he have more championships than Wade and or LeBron? Profit, stop it. Okay.
Profit.
Yeah. Wait, what you say? You said profit or stop it, man?
I said profit.
Okay.
He'll have more championships than Wade and Bron?
Is that what we're saying, or are we saying like?
Yeah. Wade got three. Wade got 3. Bron got 4. Melo will still be in his career now. So I'm just saying the trajectory, because the reason why I said this because he would have more championships. Because the reason why I was saying this because during that time too, Detroit was going to the Eastern Conference Finals every season.
Detroit was tough. Yeah. Ooh.
So I'm gonna say profit.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Melo, they was drafted in what, 2003?
03.
And that's when Detroit started really getting it going for real, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say profit. I probably say profit.
I like it. What you feeling, Melo?
I'll go profit. I think when you look at that team, you look back at that team, the one, what was their one deficiency? They didn't have one person that you
one
could just
good
say,
scorer.
Yeah, go give me.
Like, go crazy, yeah.
The whole team's to 70 under.
Literally, they didn't have a choice. They had to, like, you know what I mean? So that, to me, that was the missing piece as far as why I jokingly say that Detroit team is the most overhyped team, because they won their title. I'm not gonna take it away from them, but they had a real chance to really
They could have won 2 or 3.
Yeah, like that. They still were productive. They got to the finals again, right?
Yeah.
And then they were getting to the conference finals like consistently. So it wasn't like this team was a one and done, just terrible. No, you put Carmelo on that team, a young, impressionable Melo around some real veterans. Oh yeah, bro. So profit.
I'm gonna go profit too.
Because I think this was a while ago. Did they? I don't know what it was, but I feel like it was a clip of this All the Smoke, and that's what they talked about. Because I remember I had to argue with my roommate about this, and what people don't understand is Melo becomes a different player. He went to Denver. Denver didn't have anybody.
They were drafting that high for a reason.
They didn't have anybody. So guess what Melo had to do? He had to become a one-man show. He actually becomes more of a team player. They win. He experiences winning maybe 1-2 chips, maybe even 3, and then guess what? He's not going to New York to secure his bag. Because he didn't know what winning does for your career after you win a chip. So he didn't bet on himself. He bet on let me secure this money. Because I don't know what's going to happen. But I bet you if he won with Detroit, he would have already been experiencing what championships bring to you, which is more money. I guarantee you he's in Miami instead of Bosch.
Yeah, that was the original plan. But also, too, fellas, Carmelo Anthony averaged 21 points as a rookie.
He took that team to the playoffs in the West. Don't forget, he took that team to the playoffs.
He did.
Exactly.
Bron didn't even take Cleveland to the playoffs his first year.
He didn't. Melo,
and
low
that's
key.
no shade at Bron.
Profit to stop it could have been Melo got snubbed for that Rookie of the Year. If we're being completely honest.
Yeah, he won every Rookie of the Month, but didn't get he's like the only player that ever had that happen. But once again, that's not shade to LeBron. I know some people.
Yeah, of course.
It's not shade to LeBron, right?
Melo had an excellent rookie season, and it's not talked about enough. But that was my profit to stop it, fellas. I just wanted to kick it off with that because I thought that was interesting.
Combo. You know I love a good Melo conversation, bro. That was good.
Right.
I'll go. Let me go. I got something for you, Jay. You show my boy love, I'm gonna go ahead and show your boy some love. So, Andy Dalton believes the Bears are his team to lead this season. I don't know if anyone's heard. I don't know if anyone heard, but after the whirlwind that started surrounding Justin Fields after that first game, Andy Dalton said Justin's gonna have a great career, but right now is my time. So fellas,
he said
I'm
that.
not gonna make it. I'm not. Yes, he said that. I'm not gonna sit here because I know everybody's gonna with the like. If I just say profit or stop it, like I get that. Let's just say this: profit or stop it. Andy Dalton lasts more than 5 games as a starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Profit or stop it.
Dang.
Y'all want me to go first on this?
You already go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Stop it, bro. Because what are we doing? What are we doing with Justin Fields then? Why? Why would I like? I don't understand. I don't understand. And we gonna do this after a preseason? A preseason game? I'm just gonna say stop it, bro. I don't know. It's 5 games. Give him if y'all want to explore, give him a couple games. I don't see it though, so I'm gonna just say stop it.
Hold on. The second part is if it's a stop it, how many games? How many games Andy Dalton gonna last as a starting quarterback?
I give him 3.
3. Okay.
I say
Huncho.
I'll say, I want to say, only reason I want to say profit is simply because I just know how it is when you draft a quarterback and you having them come into the league. You usually, most teams usually let the veteran quarterback start off just so they can kind of, I guess, establish their sense in the division. Let me finish. In that aspect, I want to say profit, but at the same time, going back to the land point, what did you draft him for this high if you're not going to start him? So I'll say stop it. And to answer Melo's question, how many games did he last? I give him to the last preseason game, and he done. He's out there. Sayonara.
All right.
He gonna be standing on the sideline with that mic.
Y'all gonna be shocked. Y'all gonna be shocked at my response, but it's a profit. It's a profit, and let me tell you why. For the reason that Huncho just said, the trend that we're seeing in the NFL. Honestly, I don't want it to be a profit, but it's going to be a profit, and I'll talk a little bit more about when we do our NFC North breakdown. But it's been a trend in the NFL where organizations, coaches, they aren't throwing in their rookie quarterback right off the rip. Now, the reason I say profit is because I think Andy Dalton lasts about 9 to 10 games. And the only reason I say that because we already know we're dealing with the cheese heads, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, we were a playoff team last year. So there's a lot of pressure on the Bears to make it to the playoffs. Yeah. Andy Dalton is a 8-8 quarterback, 9-8 maybe, this season and everything. But there's a lot of pressure on Matt Nagy and the organization up top. So I think they go with the veteran. And the only reason I say profit is because I think it lasts a little bit longer. But don't sleep on my boy Justin Fields, bro. He's going to get some tick this season.
Excellent point, Jalen.
Jalen just, I might change my answer.
I'm going to tell you why. You said they're going to last, he's going to last about 9 to 10 games, right?
That's what I think.
Jay?
That's what I think.
Guess when their bye week is?
Week 9?
Week 10.
Week 10.
Now,
so you say they'll have it, yeah.
I would hop on that bandwagon fully. There's only one issue about the game after the bye week. They're playing Lamar Jackson. I don't know if your first game you want to line him up against that Ravens defense. I just don't know.
That's true.
That scares me.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. I'll admit I'm torn. I'm torn between the two that you guys are saying. I either think it's gonna be super early. So I'm looking at after week 3 they got a 2-game stretch of the Lions and Las Vegas. If you're trying to get a quarterback, they feet wet and get comfortable and get some confidence. Go play Detroit and go play Vegas. Okay, I promise. You will be just fine. Now, the issue is that's game 3 and 4. So that would make this a profit. Now, I don't know because after those games, you got Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and San Francisco.
That's a tough stretch, man. We got a tough schedule this year, man.
You do. You have a very tough schedule.
We got a tough schedule this year.
Go ahead.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna talk myself into it. I just talked myself into it, Jay. It's too much pressure on Matt Nagy. It's too much pressure on the Bears organization. He gonna last. They gonna keep Andy Dalton the first week because they're not gonna have Justin Fields going out there getting smacked around by Aaron Donald, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Andy, you gonna have fun with that number 1 defense. Listen, that's not how we're gonna start Justin Fields' career, right?
Yeah.
But following that, we got Cincinnati. Okay, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
If Cleveland wasn't in the mix, I would say they would start him after the first game. But Cleveland is still is week 3, so I think they'll go to week 3, get past Cleveland, so he can get 2 good weeks back to back. You don't want to see Cleveland in that front that defensive line. Like you don't want Myles Garrett going smacking around Justin Fields. Like no.
Right.
Damn.
So Andy Dalton has to sit down after week 3.
Yeah, after week 3 he's done.
So he has 3 games and he's gone.
Yeah, so it's a stop it.
Our schedule is so tough this year, man.
It's
a
a
stop
stop
it.
it.
Yeah, it's a stop it.
That's what I thought. 3 games. But also, bro, if Phil starts showing some consistency, I don't know. I also get the defense part, but I just feel like he shows consistency. We're gonna put him in, get his feet wet, get him confident.
Oh, you already know. Week 1, I'm in my Fields jersey, bro. I already ordered mine. You already know what's going down over here.
But that's the issue. Right there is the issue.
Yep, Melo just called it.
The pressure is, look at that, bro. He's talking about, I'm going to be sitting there with the backup quarterback jersey on, bro.
Exactly.
Bro, that's the issue. That's the dilemma.
There is a lot of pressure on him. And then especially like if they're trying to be a playoff team,
bro,
it's a lot riding on it.
Yeah.
Matt Nagy got too much pressure not to play.
It's too much.
And as much as I hate this,
real quick, man.
Go ahead.
He turned Mitch Trubisky into a playoff quarterback. Never forget that. He took Mitch Trubisky and
talk about it, Melo.
I mean, they got one receiver and one running back. That's it. And then and a really good defense, but on offense, they don't have anything, and they took that to the playoffs. So there's pressure on Matt Nagy now because they're like, okay,
they got 2 good receivers.
Now we hope. But when Mitchell Trubisky was taking them to the playoffs, who was their second best receiver? We ain't got all day
exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
All right.
We just got a true number 1, but we ain't never had no 1-2 combo.
Yeah, y'all got Robinson and Mooney, y'all straight.
He's supposed to be the next one to step into that.
And I like
Mooney. Yeah, Mooney tough. Mooney is tough. I will say that.
Too. He's fast. He's fast.
They got. Don't you guys got Luke Kmet this year?
Yep.
So
yeah.
They have weapons.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like they don't have some weapons on for Justin Fields when he does step in. I think I talked myself into it though, Jay. I think after about week 3, give them 2 cupcakes back to back in the Lions in Vegas, and then now let's see where we at now, right? Like
It's that AFC North, bro. That's what's throwing me off.
I'm gonna change my answer. Honestly, I'm gonna go, and obviously when I said after the last preseason game I was playing, but I'm gonna say probably like week 6, because as much as we hate to admit it, Andy Dalton did take his team to the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but you gotta look at the schedule though. Week 6 is Green Bay. Week 7 is Tampa. Week 8 is San
yeah.
Francisco.
Okay, well, yeah.
And
Okay,
then week 9, by the way, is the formerly number 1 defense in the league before everybody got hurt. The Steelers.
Who they got week 4?
The Detroit and Las Vegas.
Detroit. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll say week 3, like you said. I agree with that. I'll say that. And then them 2 games, he can kind of get his feet wet. And then, I see that.
He got a challenge. He got a challenge after that.
We gonna see what you really about.
Because after them games, that's when that stretch happens. Green Bay, Tampa, San Francisco, and Pitt.
This question is so interesting too, bro, because we just seen literally it's so interesting because we had literally seen Mitch Trubisky get benched like week 3 or 4 after that Atlanta game last season.
For Nick
Foles.
Foles.
Yeah, for Nick Foles. So this is a good question, man. Hey, y'all coming with it today, man.
I like it.
Yeah, that was.
I like that. That was a good little section right there.
I like that.
Yeah. We're gonna check back in on that when it happened. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I want to see how that play out.
Man, we doing the AFC North next week.
Shoot, you can go ahead.
All right. If I'm gonna go, we keeping it in Chicago.
Okay. I'm loving it.
You feel me?
I'm right at home.
Boys, tell me, profit or stop it. Bulls are making it to the conference finals this year.
That's gonna be tough, baby.
Y'all boys tell me.
Woo!
Cause look. This is what I got. Brooklyn's going to be there.
Okay. I agree with that.
Who's the next? If you had to pick three other teams in the East, who else is going to be there?
Milwaukee, the Sixers, and
if the Sixers don't make any moves,
yeah, I think I take the Sixers out and I put Boston up there, and then the Bulls. I think the Bulls gonna be really good this year.
Ben, how are we?
he out the way. That was the issue in the playoffs, wasn't it? Everybody wins, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, but
And Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's still there.
I'm about to say Atlanta's still there.
Man, profit. You know I'm gonna ride with the city, man. Come on, DeMar, you can do this, bruh.
Look, and I'm gonna just say this. I can see Chicago. If they get off to a fast start, I can see Chicago being in front of Milwaukee and the 76ers. I get it.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say stop it.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say stop it. Yeah. Right. I don't know, man. It's so many other. I ain't gonna say they're not. I mean, because when you look at them on paper, you would say why not, but.
There's more pieces there that can.
I agree with you, Lamp. And we still gonna deal Lori. We gonna get something for marketing because marketing gonna be up out of there. But my thing is Billy Donovan gonna get them to buy in on defense, especially with Lonzo there. I love having Lonzo there. I love having Zach LaVine take that step. I honestly love DeMar DeRozan being that veteran presence there, bruh. So I don't think it's far off, man. If Kobe White could come off the bench and be that sixth man that we need him to be, you know, he can shoot the ball. He shoots the ball really well. So yeah, we still got Kobe. We still got Kobe White.
Yeah, probably deal him too, bro. If y'all deal marketing, Kobe is going with him because y'all got Caruso.
Yep. Oh yeah, we got Alex Caruso too. So yeah, hey, you totally right, bro. We not done making moves yet, so I don't think it's far off. I'm not gonna count out Giannis. I'm gonna put some respect on Giannis' name because I could see us having Eastern Conference Final of Milwaukee and Brooklyn because that series was excellent. That second round series with just KD was excellent. So, but I'm gonna go profit. I'm gonna go out on a limb and go profit.
Only now I'm thinking about. Only reason I'm really saying stop it is because of they bench is throwing me off. I don't really know who else besides if they keep Kobe. I don't know who else they really gonna have come off their bench. Yeah. So I'm gonna go stop it.
Yeah, we gotta stop this, man. And I love DeMar DeRozan, and y'all know that. Like, DeMar
of course.
Like DeMar is, in my eyes, is elite as far as what he does. There's a couple deficiencies on that Chicago team that I guess I'll be the one that brings it up. Who are they defending?
So listen.
That's what I said. They got to buy into, bro.
They have solid perimeter defenders.
Right, but they're 6'3", 6'5", and 6'6". What are you doing with KD? What are you doing with Giannis?
True.
What are you doing with Embiid? Listen, all power to you, Boosie. Yeah,
Boosie gonna have trouble.
Everybody. That's my boy.
Boosie go crazy.
I've been rocking with Boosie a very long time.
I know Boosie go crazy. That's what I'm saying, bro.
But look,
Billy Donovan gonna be looking at Boosie coming back to the bench like this, like I'm trying, man.
Ball on Giannis.
Yeah, I still think we can get like a Steven Adams. I think we can get.
You don't hold the ball. That's why the ball didn't work for Miami because they got ball handlers now. Like, yeah.
Don't worry, we ain't done making moves. We ain't done making moves yet.
And you know I love DeMar DeRozan. Y'all give me a rim protector at least. Give me one rim protector.
That's what we need.
Listen, we can start having this conversation because right now I see Ole. Who got Boosie at the rim?
Listen, bro. This is all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say the East can sometimes be impressionable. So I'm gonna say if Chicago can really like get their offense in a groove, because I feel like on the offensive side of the ball, they can really like.
They should get to the second round.
Yeah.
I just don't see them get to the conference finals. I can see them winning a series though.
They're definitely gonna win a series.
Yeah, they should
like
get a series.
they'll beat.
They could
If
beat
Charlotte
Boston
gets there,
they could
they
beat
could
Boston
beat.
right now.
Yeah, they could beat Boston.
The
they
Knicks.
could beat Miami. They could
Yeah,
beat the Knicks. I wouldn't doubt them beating Atlanta. So, like I said, I feel like if they do go against either the 76ers or the Bucks, and they will only have to most likely go against one of those teams to get to the conference finals. One of the top 3 teams, I feel like they have a chance. Like I said, if they have their offense going on all cylinders, you can outscore the Bucks. Like, you can outscore the Bucks.
Right, but the Bucks are known for defense, and we're talking about outscoring one of the best defensive teams over the last 5-ish years or so. It'll be like I said. Give me a rim protector. Let's see if we can get some. Seriously, we just saw what happened when no one could guard the rim versus Giannis.
Yeah,
DeAndre, they made DeAndre.
I don't know why they
took his
did that
spirit,
to him.
bro.
I don't know why
He took that.
like,
that man was getting pep talks and okay.
I really want to see how he comes back next season, just because I want to see where his confidence is going to be at. But when it comes to this, I like going out on the limb. I like having a hot take, a big one. So I'm gonna say Profit.
I like it.
2-2.
If
2-2.
it happens,
All right,
that means
with
DeMar
that. Two
DeRozan
stoppages.
gets. Look, if that means DeMar DeRozan get to the conference final, we both gonna be rooting for that, Jay. yeah. I just don't see it
No, I
yet.
feel it.
All right.
Round it off, Huncho.
All right. So I saw a list.
Man, coming back to 2K. Question.
I told you where I'm
Stop it.
finna be at
Big
tonight,
stop.
bro. I told you where I'm gonna be at, man. Look, man. So we got fantasy football rolling around, and they got a list of the projected scores of all the players. So obviously, with the rankings, it's essentially saying this receiver is better than the other. Or this player is probably better than the other. So they have AJ Brown higher than Julio. Profit or stop it. AJ Brown is the number 1 receiver on the Titans.
That's a stop it. But I feel like AJ Brown's stats are going to be better than Julio's. I'll profit that.
Which is why he would be ranked higher in fantasy.
Yep.
But if we're just going off of your question, is AJ the number 1 receiver? He couldn't even be the real number 1 receiver with Corey Davis. Why they had to go get a 33-year-old Julio or whatever he is. So if he was a number 1, I mean, you saw what happened when Atlanta just found their number 1. Bye, Julio.
Yeah.
So with that said, it's a stop it that he's the number 1, because Julio should be the number 1, but I'm with Jay though.
Stats will tell you.
Yeah, I think Brown not gonna have he's not gonna be getting shaded coverages and
Thank
he
you.
already
And
got
then
Derrick Henry.
they gonna have to stack against Derrick Henry, and if that open up Julio, who they gonna put somebody over the top for Julio, not AJ. So AJ gonna have so much 1-on-1 on a number 2 corner, number 3 corner, bruh. He's gonna have a field day, bruh. We're gonna be going into the end of this season, and people are gonna be like, "Hey, AJ Brown might be better than D-Hop or something like that." It's gonna be some crazy.
You think he's gonna snap off like that?
Bro, he has no choice. He has no choice. He better snap like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all profit or stop it within the profit or stop it. Last year, AJ Brown had 1,075 yards and 11 touchdowns on 70 receptions. Profit or stop it that his stats go up.
profit. Only by a little bit. I don't see a big difference. Those are really good numbers. Those are really good numbers. Yeah, I still think he get. Yeah, I think he gets to 1,100 too. I'm with Melo. I think he get 1,100.
Bro,
I think that's possible.
Got talent. He just not. He like how Jude. Not. Oh, I hate doing this because he's not Juju Smith-Schuster.
Claypool?
He's like the. No, he's
Who's
like
about to say?
how Antonio Brown was able to open up Juju, and they thought Juju became a number one.
Oh,
And I'm not calling
Yeah.
AJ a Juju.
that's a good.
But when you get a real number one,
Yeah,
and you a real number two, like
you able to shine
I
for real.
expect AJ Brown to have a really good season because he really is a number two to me. He hasn't shown that he's a number one yet, but as a number two, he should be able to excel in his new position, his new role, man. Where there's a real number one, not dependent on the week. If it's, you know what I mean? No, it's still Julio.
Yeah, I agree. Shoot, man.
But it.
I guess that's it.
No, that's 22. That's 22.
22.
Hey.
So-
22. This ain't 21.
Well,
Deuce.
So we're gonna end the show. I'll start out with shout outs for sure, because I wanted to do my shout out a little bit differently this week. First and foremost, shout out to y'all, love y'all. Shout out to Remy Flyer Pop. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. But I really wanted to use my shout out to just take some time and send some prayer to everybody over in Afghanistan, everybody over in Haiti. What I'm starting to realize is, as the older I get, just the humane and moral and ethical things that go on in the world, man. So definitely the party this Sunday, we definitely gonna be posting a link on how you can donate to Haiti and donate to Afghanistan and help people that are in need. So make sure y'all tune in and look at our link, and we're gonna have some ways that you guys can donate and help out these people that are in need. So definitely just wanted to send a prayer over to Afghanistan and a prayer to Haiti, and just wishing all those people well, hoping all your family and loved ones are safe, and the party podcast is out here, and we praying for y'all. So just wanted to use my shout out for that.
I love it.
Right.
I go next. Like Jay said, for sure, sending all prayers and positive energy to Afghanistan and Haiti. It's such a sad situation to see that. We definitely don't want to see that looking from over here, because we are so blessed to be over here and not have to flee our country. So like Jay said, and I'm so glad you did say it. Definitely all prayers and positive energy that way. Big ups to you guys all the time, like I say. And you boys make this easy. And everybody works together, and I love how we just make this work. So big ups to y'all boys. And last but not least, shout out to all the people watching. And make sure y'all go look at the IG. Make sure you look out for that link, and try to donate. Try to help. Try to send that energy forward. But yeah, shout out to the people. We don't do this without y'all.
All right.
I'll
Go
go
ahead.
real quick then. Let me get my
Melo.
line out the way. You boys already touched on it. Be on the lookout for that. Shout out you boys though. I feel like the last couple of weeks y'all know what I've been putting my energy towards. I definitely want to give y'all praise. Y'all do. Shout out Lamp. You already know what it is. Shout out Van. Shout out Jay-Tay. Flyer pop. Let's get it.
Let me to God.
We battled through the technical difficulties today. I'm glad, what I mean, that y'all stay true, carried us for a bit, till we got got back going. So definitely shout out y'all boys. Shout out the people. Shout out Aaliyah. I almost said Cherry. We gotta get that soon. But Aaliyah Cherry Photography, be on the lookout. Hey, I'm liking where we going, boys. I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it. Go ahead, Huncho.
Thanks, man. Shoot. Boys pretty much touched on it already. Shout out to, prayers to Afghanistan. All prayers sent to y'all from us. I only got one shout out this week, man. Shout out to my sister, man. She just made me a uncle again.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. She was born last night, so now I got 3 nieces. But yeah, came into the world healthy baby. So just keep y'all prayers up, please. Just that she continues to have a good growth, throughout her stages of seeing life, man.
Amen, man.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful for real.
Appreciate y'all boys, man.
Yeah.
Is that a wrap on Chris Middleton?
Oh yeah, it's over.
Is that Chris Middleton in a shell?
In the box.
In the box?
Dang. Wait. Next episode. Wait, y'all. Before we leave, next episode is Michael Jordan, and the episode after that is Kobe Bryant. We got to bring it these next 2 weeks.
Jordan. MJ.
Back to back. We got our MJ episode, and we got our Kobe episode. We got to bring it, y'all.
Got to.
Y'all better tune in next week.
Look, will Van get his PlayStation back? Who knows? You got to tune in. You'll see that
next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Party out, man.
Hey, party out. Yeah, much love.